Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode. How y'all doing? And I ask the same question time and time again because I want to know how you're doing, and I don't have anybody else to talk to, so it's only me by myself talking to this camera. So what I'm trying to do is ask you through the camera, how you doing? As for me, I'm doing good. I'm doing real well. I'm feeling real good, and I think this is something important that we all need to think about. Like, appreciating the way that you feel right now, right this instance, like as you're watching this video. How do you feel? Okay, now if I'm talking about your physical state, like, you know, your physical body, and if you feel normal, then that is fine. Like, if nothing hurts on your body, you just kind of feel like normal, that is a good thing. Because have you ever got sick? Have you ever not felt well? I don't know, say for example you had the cold or you had the flu. Well, you know, or you had food poisoning. You know that does not feel good. I remember this one time I had food poisoning. I think I was making a pizza or something, and maybe the meat that I was putting on it or the cheese was like not good, and I definitely got food poisoning. And man, I was throwing up. I was going to the bathroom, just nasty. And that did not feel good. I felt weak. I was sweating. It was horrible. So if you take a look at the way that you've felt before while you were in a sick state and an ill state, then compare that to how you feel now. Well, which way would you rather feel? If you're feeling normal right now, count your blessings. You're blessed. You're lucky. You're fortunate. You feel normal. And it's important that you and me both really appreciate that. Like, understand that and appreciate it, that when you feel normal, that's actually an opportunity for you to feel even better. Feel even better because you have at least some energy, some vibrancy, some swagger in your step in order to do the things that you want to do in order to make you feel good. Doesn't that make sense? Yes. Yes, it does. So that's why I wanted to talk about how important it is to appreciate your life and to show gratitude for the things that you have currently right now. There's a saying, I don't know how it goes. I was talking about this with a friend over the weekend, that if you are taking care of the situation that you have, that you are currently in, then God can trust you with more, bless you with more. The universe can give you more. It can bless you with more. Because if you're taking care of your situation right now, chances are you can be trusted with more wealth, with more health, with more influence. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So a lot of people will say, hey, you know, if I had $1 million, I'd be rich. Well, I mean, not be rich, but I'd be happy if I had $1 million. It'll solve so many problems. Money can solve so many problems, but it can't solve everything. That's why you see people who are millionaires committing suicide or have so much fame they commit suicide. That doesn't mean you are happy. And that's, I think, the ultimate goal is to be happy. And I think and feel that is the way that the game should be played. How are you going through this experience called life in a manner that is suitable to you? And that doesn't always mean having a good time. Like, drinking makes me happy. That's one thing that I enjoy doing, and going out and socializing with my friends and family members. But if you're drinking all the time, that's not going to lead to a happy and healthy life, because the real wealth is health. How many times have you heard that rhyme? Don't know what that was. Don't know what that was. But it's the truth. Having gratitude for your life is by far one of the most important things that you should cultivate even if you're not in a, I guess, good situation is a way to put it. Because if you can fight your way from a negative mindset to a positive mindset in an area of your life where you're not doing well in a moment in your life when you're not doing well in, well, then I think that is beneficial. I know for me, whenever something tragic happens in my life, I like to do something for other people, or I like to do something for others. It just makes that something that makes me feel important. It makes me feel like I'm contributing to the awareness, to the increase, to the leveling up of the people around me, in my community, myself. And that's a real big thing, because I want to take care of what I have right now, so that when I'm blessed with more abundance, when I'm blessed with some more health, some more wealth, some more influence, then I already have the rituals, the habits, the lifestyle of taking care of what I need to take care of and appreciating the stuff that I currently have in my life. So that all kind of goes hand in hand and ties together. I wanted to share this with you because I think and feel that it's important to understand this, because if you can get through tough times with a positive mindset, which is what most successful people do, is like they turn a negative into a positive. So that's something that David Goggins said on Joe Rogan's podcast, 1080, JRE 1080. I think that's the number. Then it helps you to move from where you currently are, say, which is like right here, to another level. And not only in your mind, but physically as well, emotionally as well. You just feel better by overcoming and getting out of the mud, so to speak. Like if you equate the mud to being rough and challenging, getting out of that with a positive mindset, and not just positive like, oh, this is going to happen, but actually doing the work. This is so important. This is so important. This is so important, is actually doing the work and getting yourself out and dusting yourself off, cleaning yourself up, and then going after it again, because you're going to fall into another mud pit. Well, you should be anyways, if you're challenging yourself and you're increasing your challenges and experiences in life. And then you just practice that skill over and over again until you've got it fine-tuned to where it's just habitual. It's just the ritual. This is just the way that you think. This is just the way that you feel. This is the way that you move. This is who you are. And I think that's that's something that we all should strive for. I think that it's somebody that we all should strive to be, is somebody who is hardworking, has a really good work ethic, and wants to contribute, wants to increase others' lives. That's so important, because we have so much negativity already in the world, and so much stuff that kind of just dims us, our brain activity. Say, for example, the Kardashians, super cliche, but when they're balling, you're just consuming. They're balling, they're selling, and you're just consuming. They're balling, they're living the lavish life, and you are just consuming. It's just so sad. And when I say you, I'm looking at you. So that's something important to think of, that staying where you are is not advisable, because you have more. You can do more. You can become more. There's more potential in you that is untapped, that's not used. Make sure that you're watching and listening to things that give you ideas, that give you motivation. Make sure you're hanging around people that give you motivation, that light a fire under you, that are maybe you're in a friendly competition with, or maybe not in a friendly competition with them, but just elevate your game. Because I know that Kobe, whenever he was guarding Michael Jordan or played against Michael Jordan, it just elevated his game. That's the competition. You want to beat the basically person who's better than you, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. It brings more contribution to our society. That's why Apple and Microsoft go at it, right? Apple and Microsoft go at it, or Nike and Adidas, or Pepsi and Coke. Whatever it is, that competition, I don't know, it's fueling. It's fueling. And it's not to say that we have to, like, if you're on a spectrum and this side here is complete laziness and then this side over here is complete overachievement, I always like to say bring it right in the middle. Maybe lean a little bit more towards like overachievement, but for the most part, the way that I see it, balance is super important. And the main goal is to go through this experience as best as you can, to live the best life possible. And what does that mean? That's something that you got to decide for yourself and for your life. Does it mean having a ton of money? Does it mean showing a lot of love? Does it mean being so healthy that your health kind of just radiates? It just radiates to everybody around you, and they see the way that you're living your life, and then they get inspired and they want to step up their game because they see that the potential is there, even for somebody like themselves. And that's not something to say that's derogatory, but it's true. We all have that self-doubt, like, who am I to even do anything? The Rock's doing this. Could I ever be as big as The Rock? Could me ever be as big as The Rock? No, I can't be as big as The Rock. The Rock is like 6'4", 250 pounds, some crazy thing like that. I couldn't even get there if I used steroids or did some crazy, knee, what is it? I got my knees done like White Chicks, the Wayans brothers in White Chicks. So it's very important to know, understand, and appreciate where you're at, because if you're feeling normal, then you have an opportunity to feel even better, because you're in a normal state, and in a normal state, you can shift, you can move, you can still do things, relatively speaking, because there are those times where you are going to feel ill, where you are going to feel tired, where you're getting older and you're not going to have as much energy, and then you're going to look back and say, damn, I should have did that. I should have took that opportunity to do X, Y, and Z. That's all I wanted to say, folks. I hope that you're having a lovely day. Peace, peace.